Hey guys, Michael here from My Performance Health, and we are going to run through in this exercise tutorial the KAS Hip Thrust. Now this one has been brought to light by Kasim from N1, so I will always give credit where it's due, and it's a great exercise for limited range of working the glute, just in the range of where that glute's going to be active and not going any lower where anything else can take over. So for this specific hip thrust, it's going to be a shorter range hip thrust. Like I said, we're keeping a lot more tension onto the glute. And I've found it to be very beneficial as well for overall glute development. So basically, I'm in the hip thrust setup here we have in the facility, though you can use a bench or a decline bench if that's anything you have available. You can also use this with a machine as well. It's going to be the same technique. Now with the bar, we're going to pull it into our hips. Feet are going to come back. Now it's very important as we go into hip extension, we'll start with the feet, that our feet are nice and neutral. We're not too far forward, we're not too far back. We want the shin to be in a neutral position, feet about hip width apart. Now chin's going to be looking down and forward the whole time. We're not going to have our head back or curve our back. We're going to have that chin forward, abs nice and tight. Now in this position here, feet are going to be forward as well. We're grabbing the bar. We go into hip extension, so we drive our hips nice and high and we squeeze our glutes. Now in this position here, I'm really focusing on squeezing my glutes, and as I come down, I'm going to be controlled and start at the hips, not my back. So from here, I break at the hips, slowly come down. Now it's a shorter range hip thrust. I'm going to stop here, or where you feel your shins start to climb back and your knee starts to climb back a bit more. So we're going to come down that short range, and then from here, drive back up and really focus on that glute squeeze. So come down, shorter range through that motion, come back up and squeeze. Now a normal hip thrust, you will go lower, you'll go all the way down, sometimes touching the floor, but remember with the KAS hip thrust, we're going to work that short range, keeping more tension in the glute. So head forward, come down, short range, come back up and squeeze. Like I said, just before you feel your knees coming too far down, okay? And that's how you do the KAS hip thrust.